Well, it's time for us to get started, and we have everything that we need tonight because it is just us, and we're going to be talking about what we're going to be talking about in
Okay, I like
2024.
that.
In 2024.
What's it?
So
What's
we're still going to have our weekend review, though, and I had Victoria, you starting first, and Ruth, then you going, and then I'm going to go and um, turn it back over to you, Ruth. Um,
Really?
yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because we love you. We like to see you go first. I thought I thought you were. You weren't.
Oh, I thought like I would get an introduction and then we would jump in. But that's cool.
Okay.
No,
You want me to give an introduction? Then you
I'm not sure now.
well, why don't I? I can do that. I can. Am I introducing you or the show? Tell me what I'm doing.
Good. Well, I mean, we're introducing the show, right?
Okay.
Yeah. No, we don't need an
Okay.
introduction. I mean, 4 years in, if you don't know who I am, then
Hey, there are new people coming in
this is true.
all the
This is true.
time.
This is
All
true.
the time. And they don't know you, but we're going to pretend that they know you tonight. How about that? Okie dokie. Alan, if you are ready, we are ready to go. And
roll them, roll them.
what-
Please roll them, Alan.
Welcome. Welcome, everybody, to Authors Up. To tell you the truth, I had to step away for a minute because I had something on the stove and I
Oh.
forgot about it.
Nope.
Ooh, you was Flash Gordon tonight.
So that we didn't have another show talking about fire safety. I thought I better get up and turn
Ooh,
off the
he
stove.
was fast.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Very fast. Very, very fast. I need to get one of those blankets. Have you seen those advertised?
Oh
The
yeah, to put on the fire if you have a fire.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Oh,
I have seen those, and apparently it might be a good idea for me to get one of those.
I know what you're talking about.
Just
It's
in
supposed to
case.
be better than a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, looks like it too. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Authors Up, and this is your fire safety channel. We're glad to have you tonight. I see Linda Cooks has joined us tonight. Good night, Linda. Glad to have you tonight. And Trillin Ussery, our filmmaker, is on the line here with us as well. Glad to have you, Trillin. Glad to have you in the house. And look, we are going to have a very interesting show tonight. I hope you all will enjoy it because get your calendars handy. We're going to be talking about some different things, but I don't want to get into that right now because I'm going to introduce all of that in a few minutes and let you know what our show is going to be about. So we're going to start with our weekend review. We always start with a weekend review, let you know what the authors have been up to. So we're going to start with Victoria today. Hey, Victoria.
Hello.
How are you? How are you?
I'm okay tonight. This week was a little rough, I told you guys last week, my aunt had passed. And I was a little sad this week. And so it was a challenge, I must say, to really press through, and you got to have that courage not to quit. So this is for anybody who has lost loved ones or who is finding that the holidays is a little challenging as you remember the ghosts of Christmas past, you know. And so I want to just tell you, hang in there. You're not alone because this week my friends showed me that I am not alone. I've had my friends praying for me, and I know somebody was because I feel a little better tonight. So yes, I do. I do. You know, God is so good, and he is nobody comforts like he can, you know. And grief is a process that nobody can tell you how to get out of. Like, oh, don't be sad. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. But I found for me, I had to feel the feels. I had to cry when I felt like I needed to cry instead of holding it in. And I did those things, and tonight, you know, the Lord has made me much gladder than I was last week. I'm still sad, and the funeral for my aunt is going to be in New York, the 27th and 28th. Not sure I'm going to be able to go, and that saddens me as well. But it is well. It is well. It is well. So that was pretty much my week. I worked, and we had a couple of Christmas parties during the week too. So I ate well, and, and just grateful tonight to be here and to have love in my life in all forms. And so I'm grateful.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Good.
And you, Ms. Ruth, what was your week like?
Oh, it was busy. So my youngest, who enlisted in the military earlier in the year, graduated from her training on Tuesday.
Congratulations.
Yes. So we flew out to Arizona, which was beautiful state.
Wow. Wow.
It really is. I mean, where she was surrounded by mountains. We were maybe 20 miles from the border. It was just, I mean, just to drive up there early in the morning and to see that silhouette, the mountains and all
Wow.
of that. Um, it was just gorgeous. And then just to be there and see all the graduates. And I'll be honest, I don't remember women looking quite that good in uniform.
I
I
know.
mean, they were just and, again, they earned where they were at, and it is not about looks, but it
Yeah.
made me very proud because, again, I understand its proximity, but probably about a quarter of them were Latinos, and just to see that, see their, this is what they enlisted, what they wanted to do, how they want to serve their country and make their family
Right.
proud, and I'll be the first to say my daughter looked great in a uniform. She
She's beautiful. She's
ready,
beautiful.
She is
and
so.
she was able to come home with us.
Oh.
So we had that was a little adventure in itself because we were under the impression that she could leave right after graduation, but they were
Oh,
like, no, because her flight was not till the next day, even though it was like, but early in the morning. They were like, no, she can't leave until midnight, and we're like, oh, okay. So, of course, you have to go through all the procedures, go on base, get permission and all of that, and you don't argue with people who yeah, so, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock, we're picking her up,
Wow.
6 huge bags, all of that, so we're home now. Um, she stayed maybe, like, 12 hours, and then she drove, uh, back to where she needed to be,
Okay.
because she's technically still working,
Right. Right.
but yeah, so that was, and I took the whole week off, which was really nice. I have to go back to work tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll remember how to do that. But
you will.
Like
I'm
that
sure
hard.
I will. But
Bless your
when
heart.
the alarm goes off at 5:30 in the morning, I might forget. So, other than that, I mean, it was a great week, and again,
Good.
I am just proud beyond words of my daughter.
You
So,
should be.
Should
You
be.
should
Yeah.
be.
You should be. You should.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So, how
She
about you,
would
What
be.
Andrea?
about
How was your
you?
week?
My week was good. I have some guest opportunities to pursue, and that's
Okay.
always fun. Not for Authors Up, but for When Life Speaks. So I'm going to enjoy doing that next week. I went to a Christmas party.
Good.
I did. I don't think, other than things at church, I
Mhm.
don't think I have been to a Christmas party since I left corporate America.
Oh, wow.
That is an oh wow. I mean, that was eons ago. So it was really nice. It was hosted by the lady who does the group I talk about all the time, Sisters Who Care.
Mhm.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yes, and it was good to meet a lot of the ladies that I did not know, had not seen. I saw some of them at the um, conference that they had back in November,
Right.
but just to be able to sit and talk with them. And an interesting thing happened. We kind of went around the room and everybody said who they were, gave an interesting fact about themselves and how they met Lisa, Elder Lisa, who is the person who is over Sisters Who Care here in North Carolina. And then I really don't know how it happened, but one of the ladies asked for prayer. And it was a prayer for a family member. It was either a son or a grandson who was incarcerated. And some
Mm,
things that were going on through the justice system that we were all sitting there going, what? That can't
mm.
be happening, that kind of thing. So she asked for prayer. But in that moment, there was also a lady there who had written a book called Living Free While Doing Time.
Oh, wow.
And her son had also been incarcerated. And she wrote this book explaining that she did time every day that he did.
Mm,
Mhm.
And she was a leader in the church and, just having to go through that. And then there was another lady who had gone through similar circumstance with her son. And two of the three young men were named Chris. And when I tell you that room shifted,
ooh,
shifted.
what a
And
moment.
we just went into prayer and people were talking about their journey and what they needed prayer. Somebody actually, I think, got a call while we were there about a situation that they were having with a loved one that was struggling. And I mean, I sat there and I actually, God was speaking to me. And of course, I was writing while everybody was doing everything else that they were doing. Um, and I was going to read it there, but the atmosphere had just changed so much that I sent it to her tonight right before the program. But I thought about how similar our journeys are
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and how we just don't know. Hey Leah, good evening to you. Glad to have you tonight. How we just don't, when we talk about being in someone else's shoes and
Right.
having empathy for somebody else. And it's something that almost has to become automatic. Welcome, Freeport. Thank you for joining tonight. Because they are so similar. I can't,
Mhm.
I can't assume that because Victoria is smiling all the time, because she does smile all the time, regardless of what's going on, that she's not going through something.
Right.
I can't assume because Ruth is this wonderful author and has all of this knowledge about publishing and all these things, that her
Mhm.
life is just smooth sailing from the time
Mhm.
she gets up till the time she comes home.
Right.
And that's kind of what we do sometimes.
Right.
We get into our own issues and our own problems, and we think we're the only ones.
Right.
Mhm.
We think, nah, I can't tell that person because they won't understand. I couldn't dare tell Trillane. I mean, she's making movies. How she can't identify with what I'm doing. And I look at Leah, and Leah's got all these conferences and all of these speaking engagements. She can't really understand what I'm doing. Although some of her books are about her journey, she
Right.
she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it.
Right.
And we just sat there last night. At least I did, with this realization of the struggle that we are all in
Right.
on some level and how much we need each other on some level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and came away with getting to know some women. These are some powerful women doing some amazing things. One lady just got back, and I'm going to have her on the program to talk about her journey. She and her team just got back from South Africa building tiny houses.
Oh wow. How nice.
Building tiny houses. There's another lady there who's opened a transitional home, and there are a couple of ladies there like that. So I'm going to bring them on when Life Speaks,
Mm-hmm.
and let them talk about what they are doing and how they are getting it done, because we need, I think at least, that we need more of that.
Yeah.
We need
Right.
to understand the journeys some people are taking and what it's taking out of them to do it and how they do it alone. I mean, I think about it, and you got to know it's God.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear what some of these women are doing and how they're stepping out on the mission field, which we don't really talk about a lot,
Right.
but the things they're doing and accomplished, and people who are coming alongside them to get it done. And it is really amazing. And I sat back at some points and said to myself, would you?
That's the
Mm-hmm.
better question.
And most time my answer was, I don't think so. I don't think so. So I applaud those who step out and step into, really, I mean, really step into the unknown, and
Mm-hmm.
the places that they were. When they say underprivileged, poverty, they are talking about it on a level we can't even imagine.
Right. Right.
Can't even imagine. So it was very that day yesterday was the better part of the week for me, because that really was, I had fun. I mean, don't enjoy. And I got they did a gift giving thing, and they did it a little bit differently. Everybody stood in a circle and gave their gift to the third person to their right.
Hmm.
And I've never done it that way before. They
Right.
No,
Right.
I've never seen
the
that
name,
either.
this or this. But it was kind of fun to do it that way, because you know what you got, and you know where you got it from.
Right.
So that was fun. Of course, food was good, and her home was beautiful and beautifully decorated. So
That's
it
Right.
really put me in the Christmas spirit, the spirit of
Good.
giving, and all the good things that go along with it. So it was good to make that shift yesterday.
good.
Mm-hmm.
And tonight we are going to make another shift, because we don't have a guest tonight. No guest tonight. No
On
book.
purpose.
Well, what'd you say?
I said on purpose. We don't have a guest.
Yes, we don't have the guest. We didn't lose the guest. We
Nope.
Not tonight.
didn't have one scheduled. Instead, we had time scheduled to spend with you, to let you know what we've got coming up in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, this is the time that everybody is planning. Everybody's looking at what happened before, what's going to happen next year, what am I going to change, what's going to be new and different and interesting, and all of that stuff. So, we're going to talk about a little bit, just a little bit, about our plans. The best is yet to come. Things are going to happen next year. We are diligently making plans for those things. We want you to stay on the line and hear what they are, because some of the things may involve you. How about that?
I just find it so hard to believe that we're at the end of the year. Whew, my goodness.
This month, in and of itself, is just, yesterday seemed like the 1st of November, and here we are.
At the end, yeah, yeah, mid-December.
Well,
We are.
how about this? We're going into our 5th year.
How about
Yeah,
that? How about that part? That
that
part.
that part. And we're still speaking to each other. That
Yeah.
we're
With
still laughing.
love.
We're
With
still
love.
having fun. That part. Everybody can't say that after 5 years.
No, that's
How
true.
about that? How about that, guys?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it is when we say it's
What a
all good,
blessing.
it is definitely all good.
It's been a
And
blessing.
one thing about that, Ruth, we have had 5 years with the father that would never have had
Mhm.
in the way that we've had it
Right. Right.
had we not been together.
Right.
Exactly. I agree.
And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that because the time, and I think for me, and I don't know what year it was, may have been last year. I don't think it was this year that we actually turned it over. You know, we were very conscious of wanting to do certain things and thinking in terms of what we need to do and the way that it should be handled. And this is good advice for anybody. Before we did anything or made any changes, we decided we were going to commit it to prayer
Right.
and come back together and see what God said. Just
Right.
see what he said. And the interesting thing was he said the same thing to all of us in very different
Mhm.
ways. And I don't think we've had that kind of conversation since then.
Right.
No.
It was just a very clear thing that this was his program.
And keep doing what you're doing.
He knew what he wanted to have done, and he was kind enough to allow us to do it. So we're good. We say we're good, and it's all good, and all the
Yep.
we ain't lying, y'all. That's the truth anyhow.
That's it.
So
Yeah.
that's where we are. So tonight we wanted to share a little bit about what's going to be coming up next year. We have some targets for some different things each quarter. We called it, at least I called it, the 4 quarter focus. So this was your 4 quarter focus group right here. So I gotta name it something. That's my role. I name stuff. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And Ruth, I do want you to start.
Okay. All right. And that is great because our first quarter focus is going to be launching our website and monthly newsletter. So
Yeah.
yeah, so now we
Love
will
it.
have a go-to spot on the internet. We are on social media. You can find us at Authors Up Show on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So please follow us. But now we will also have a website where we will have all of our information, all the show information, and even information on our authors and previous authors, books, all of that. So um, yeah, so we will be announcing is launching, also as well as a monthly newsletter. So we're not this is our business. So we will be sharing the responsibility of putting that message out there every month. But we'll also be highlighting upcoming authors or authors that we've had on the show. I mean, we've had some contact us. They're doing uh, more things. They're doing more exciting things. And it's good to follow up with them. We'll also have a corner where we invite you to read with us. To me, I I love everything about books. I love everything about book clubs. Whether they're fun, whether they're sci-fi, whether they're mean, whatever it is, I love it, and I love that when people are able to get in the same space and read the same books and just the
Right.
conversations that follow. So, yeah, so look for that in the first quarter of 2024.
Awesome, awesome,
Hmm.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. And we've got something coming in. We got actually, you're kind of our writing prompt challenge second quarter person. I know you said how we're spreading all this around, but it just
It,
so
Oh,
it don't seem like it.
no, well, no, go ahead. Go ahead, Victoria, go ahead. We talk about it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to talk about
Go
it.
ahead.
We talked about having a what we're going to call a writing prompt challenge. I'm sure we're going to have a different name for it because we
Mhm.
always have a name for everything, and you're right about that. But in this writing prompt, we're going to have one sentence, just One sentence. And I know you guys remember a few weeks back when we didn't think Elder was going to join us in the Nanowrimo challenge, and she had that one sentence. And from that sentence, she's written, how many words did you do in your book?
Oh gosh, I think it's 20,000
Yeah.
with, or a little bit more, somewhere in there.
Right. So look what she did from one sentence. So we're going to invite you guys to join us on that challenge. Maybe write a story, and I think will we have parameters of how long we want it to be?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah, we'll have how long we want it to be, and you will be invited to join us on that journey to write a story from one sentence. I am really intrigued at how that's going to come out because we all have a different perspective, and we have all different thoughts, and it'll lead us in all kind of different ways from that one sentence. So that's going to be second quarter, guys. Second quarter. Yep.
Yes, yes.
Second quarter.
Yep.
So look out for that. A writing prompt challenge. I'm excited about that one. And
I
that
am.
moves us into our third quarter. What about that?
Third quarter is me.
Yes, it
Third
is.
quarter is going to start at the end of the first quarter because I am in the process now of writing uh, a dramatization of The Train. And I know Trelyn can attest to this. It's a lot different than writing the book itself, uh,
Mm,
Oh,
in
yeah.
terms of writing it as a script and
mhm,
writing it and making sure that none of the story is lost,
Mhm.
that it remains interesting, that it remains something that people will want to come back next week and see what happened with some of these characters. And
Yeah.
so I'm actually looking forward to it. I have someone who is going to be working with me in terms of recrafting this whole thing and this whole idea and making it kind of maybe adding an interesting character or two to follow
Mhm.
through with some of the storylines. So I'm interested to see, like I was with the writing challenge, the NaNoWriMo. I'm interested to see how that's going to come out.
right, right.
Because there have to be some things to change in order to make it all those things I just talked about. So the essence of the story will be there, but we got to do some things a little bit differently so that people can read the story, have it make sense, and have it be fun in the process. So
And
got
I
a
like the dates
little
of
bit of time.
we have the date set. One of those dates happens to be my birthday.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a nice way to celebrate.
Yep, it's gonna be in August,
That's
guys.
it.
That's
Say
right.
that we've got our dates set for August 11th, 18th, and the 25th. And which one of those might be your birthday, ma'am?
The 18th, ma'am.
The 18th.
And it's gonna be my 60th birthday.
Ooh, the big six.
Suck it. Suck
You
it.
partying? Are we partying? I just
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. You all got that down because I'm gonna tell you how Victoria is. She gonna be looking for a gift, and you can't say you didn't know when her birthday was.
I just want your presence. I just want your presence. So
No,
you'll hear more about that.
I want your presence. presents, like in a box.
CE.
You want the CE, I want the TS, okay? So look, it says 60 and fabulous, hunty.
Yes, yes,
60
yes.
and fabulous. Look, Ruth, when is your birthday?
It is September 23rd.
September 23rd.
And you are January
Nine.
29th.
Nine.
That's it. That's it. I was
No,
going to say
ninth.
27. January 9th.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right.
Right.
Now we got that straight 5 years later.
Look, it took me 45 years to get my dad's birthday straight. So, look, as long as we get it straight, that's what counts.
Hey, and even if
January.
you don't, I accept PRESENTS.
Okay, got you.
all the year. All the year. So if you get
Thank you.
confused around June and say, I think I missed her birthday. No, child, just send something anyway. It'll be fine.
I
It'll be
can't believe
fine.
it. I
It'll
can't.
be
I
fine.
honestly can't believe I'm going to be 60. When did that happen? What
Apparently on August
18, 1964.
Look, I'm gonna be 50 next year, so or yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna be 50, so I'm the baby here.
Yeah,
you
but
are. You
still.
Mhm,
are. And,
mhm.
and I'll be older. All right, moving on. Uh, the, the
I ain't shame, honey. I ain't shame. I am not shame. Just
last what
say,
you
'cause
shame
thank
of?
you, Jesus. That's all I can say. All right, all right. Fourth
The,
quarter.
the last thing that we have is our fourth quarter thing, and our fourth quarter thing, we are looking at a date of October 13th.
Yep.
Put it on your calendar. Put it on your calendar. October 13th. If you are out of town, that is going to be your weekend getaway. You will be coming here because we're going to do a live recording. We're going to do
Yes.
a live recording. And let me tell you, it is going to be, if you think we have fun now, look out. Look out. That's all I can say.
And we
Because
want
we're
to see
going
Yeah.
to
your
have
face.
an absolutely amazing time that day. We're getting things set up now so that we're going to have some surprises for you, some prizes for you. And we're trying to really set it up like a talk show, a mic in the audience kind of talk show. And
Yeah, yeah.
we're looking forward to it. We are inviting some of the authors who have been with us in the past. So Leah, clear some time on your calendar.
That is
Please.
that
Talk,
is a Saturday. So
yeah,
October the 13th.
yes, she said I'm here for the live recording, and
Yes.
Trelyn as well. Trelyn, I don't know what your shooting schedule is going to be like next year, but you can't have your opening or anything that day because see, we intend to come to your opening. So, however that's going to work out, okay. Leah says she's putting it on her calendar now,
there
and
you go.
we're going to be talking about this all through 2024. So you
Yes,
cannot
we are.
say, oh, if
I
I had
didn't
known,
know.
because
Right.
if you
No, that's not
don't
gonna
know,
work.
if you don't know, I don't want to say something's wrong with you, but there's some challenging things happening with you if you if you miss this one,
Wow. Okay.
because this one is going to be, it's going to be different. You can't say, oh, I went to the last one. No, 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 no.
We thank you if you did, but now you can come to this one too.
We do,
That's
and
it.
and have even more fun than you did the last time.
Yes.
So that's kind of what we got going on, what we got coming up, live recording for authors up. And you're going to see that a lot. You're going to see
Yeah.
these are four major things that are going to happen next year. And we got a couple of other surprises. I am not yet at liberty to talk about it, but let me tell you, you are going to be very, very pleased when you hear about them. I haven't even shared one of them with Victoria, and I think Ruth, I think I gave you a little hint at it the other day. So look, when I tell
Oh,
you,
we keeping secrets now?
we were keeping secrets before.
It's just
I
sometimes we were good
see.
at it, sometimes we weren't.
And
So
sometimes we're not.
I see. Ruth, did you notice all the weekends she went to the beach and we didn't go? Did you? Yeah. Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
went with children.
Uh-huh.
yeah, so
More than
technically
once?
it wasn't for,
No,
relaxation.
I
So
went
it's okay. She
with
took one
three
for us.
9-year-olds.
No.
That's not a retreat or a beach trip. That's a whole different category of travel.
The whole different vibe, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Uh,
But they were fun. They were
I
fun.
understand. I understand. Oh, and we have some new books on the horizon. You think that we're going to do that in 2024?
The new books from Nanowrimo. Uh,
Possibly, right?
I think you will. I think you and Ruth will.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
no, yeah, maybe, yeah, because
You-
mine is still growing. So
Okay, okay.
I think that one will, but y- maybe we'll
I
see.
think you
Maybe.
all were a
Okay.
little farther along in the planning process
I
than
don't know. I was writing off the top of my head and the seat of my pants, and that just I don't know. I don't know.
yeah. I'm not thinking that I will.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Not for that anyway. I
Uh-uh.
mean, you
Okay.
know what? And some books take time. There have been some
Yes.
authors who are like, well, it took me 10 years. Okay,
Right.
well,
That it won't take. It won't take me 10 years. But I think, and the only reason I say that and is because of the train.
Oh,
Mhm.
right. Got you.
You know,
Right.
I
Right.
to
Yeah,
to
that is major.
I
That is
see it
major.
to rewrite that in a way that will be presentable and make a good presentation is almost like writing another book.
Got you.
Mhm.
You're
So
right. You're
I
right.
I rather spend my time um, working on that because that will be another that I guess that would be more like writing a screenplay. Help me out,
Yes.
Trelane,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, it would be an adaptation of that.
and
Right.
and while I have written plays before, it wasn't from a standpoint of trying to adapt
Hmm.
something that I already had in one form into
Right.
another. So
Right. And we're gonna have rehearsals, and it's. I yeah, I get it. I get it.
mhm. So, and I want to get it. I want to make sure that I get it out early enough so that people can really, really embody the character. While it is going to be read, readings can be phenomenal when people really embrace the characters that
Yeah.
they're reading about. So that's what I want our audience to experience, and I'm determined to make it happen on my end. And we will have a call out by the end of March to get our actors
In
in
place.
place.
All
That's
right. All
right.
right. All right.
Yes,
Okay. All right. All right.
yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks, Trelane. Trelane said yes. Yes, it is. It is an entirely different process there. So I'm excited. I'm excited about next year, not just for Authors Up, but for
Hmm.
ALH Broadcasting. And personally, there are things that I want to do. I am going to be extremely health driven next year. I'm going back to some things that I had been given for physical therapy to
Mhm.
improve my balance and all of those things. I got a lot of work to do next year,
Okay.
but it's going to be all good. It's going to be all good. And I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to sharing it with Ms. Ruth, Ms. Victoria, and all of our listening audience out there. And Bahamas, you hang in there with us. And you know what? You can participate in some of these things. I know you may not come to the live
Absolutely.
recording, but
Right.
the writing challenges and things like that, don't think that you are left out. And that goes for the people in the other countries as well. If you see that we're doing something, if it only takes you to have internet access to get to us, to be able to
Please. Yeah.
participate in them, join us, join us, join
Yes.
us. We love it that you stop by on Sunday. We love it that you listen, but I tell you, we would be ecstatic if you would actually participate in some of the things that we've got
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Trulin said, "Me too, Elder. Let's go. Let's
That's
go.
it. That's
We're
it.
gonna
Let's
make
go.
something happen. We're gonna make some things happen in 2024, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. I'm
Me too.
excited about beginning again. I'm
Amen. Amen. Amen.
got a lot of things happening, a lot of ways that we can support one another. I'm looking forward to that. Um, Whatever it is that you think that we can do to help you in your writing journey, send
Hmm.
us an email to officeup@gmail.com. Let us know what it is. If there's a particular genre that we have not touched on that you know about that you think would be an interesting read for us or interesting for us to bring into this platform, don't shy away from it. Tell us all about it. We can see what
Absolutely.
we can We will see what we can do. We're at the close of our program.
Mhm.
We thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for the things that you have put in the comment section that we need to be aware of. Thank you so much for being so faithful to Authors Up and participating with us week after week. We can't tell you how much it means to us because it means a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
Yes.
That's right.
And let's see, Victoria, do you have any closing remarks to make? You or Ruth, either one?
Well, for me, I'm just excited about what 2024 is going to bring. Is even though this year went kind of fast, the new year always brings in new opportunities. I'm looking forward to. I'll be interviewing guests on my show come in the new year. Come on
Right.
Living Life Victoriously. That's going to be new because as of yet, I have not had a guest. So I'm looking forward to that and expanding the show. And it's just a lot of good things to look forward to. I'm looking forward to all the authors that we're going to speak to, all the books that we're going to talk about in the newsletter. I'm just excited. I really am. So, and I just thank you guys for being the best co-host in the world to go along life's journey with. This has just been an amazing ride, and I'm looking forward to seeing what God has for each of us individually and collectively. It's amazing what we do, and I don't take it lightly. So
And
thank you.
I say that to our viewers and listeners as well. Some of them are doing phenomenal things, and we want to be able to support you in your efforts and the things that you're doing and the things that you bring forward. But we can't do that if you don't tell us. So sometimes just shoot us a note to authorsup@gmail.com and let us know what is going on your side of the camera.
Absolutely.
And Ruth,
Just the usual. We thank you for being our audience. We wouldn't be here without you. You made 2023 awesome.
Yep.
And let's go into 2024 together. Um,
Yes.
yep,
yeah. So follow us on social media. Again, find us at Authors Up Show on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. You can download our podcast. Same thing, Authors Up Show. Send us an email if you're interested in being on our show. If you want to send us a query, we can check out your work. Authorsup@gmail.com.
that is it. That is it. And that is it for us for tonight. Again, we thank you for being part of the Authors Up family. Thank you, whether you're an author, whether you are a writer, whether you're aspiring to be either, or whether you just want to come out on Sunday evening, hang out with us, and have some fun.
Yeah.
You know we are going to find something to laugh about. Always got to keep laughter in your life. So we thank you again. Remember that our broadcasts are replayed on Saturday evening at 7 p.m. So if you miss us on Sunday, tune back in on Saturday night, and we will be right here. You cannot miss these programs. They are just, they are your life's blood.
Yeah.
Am I getting deep? In your life's blood.
Yes, yes.
You
Tell him, tell him.
you want to be here so you can laugh with us and have fun with us and learn some things from us all at the same time. That's a lot, y'all. All at the same time.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Come on back next week because you never, ever, ever, ever know what's going to happen when you tune in to Authors Up. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night,
night.
girl. Good night.